Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I come with a bit of a different topic to you. I don't have an analysis or numbers for you today, although I am working on a very interesting analysis of all wallets that have ever been active on Veve, so stay tuned for that. However, probably I won't have that analysis finished until after Decon, because I am still also working on the migration from my VVX tracker to the Ecomi wiki site, as I announced on Twitter recently, that I will be integrating the tracker into the Ecomi wiki website. So I have to do a lot of work on the back end, on my database. So yeah, but still working on a lot of stuff and hope to bring you a lot of interesting insights once I'm back from Decon. So what I wanted to talk about today was a concept that I came across, which is about network effects, or to better say reverse network effects, that especially affects projects in crypto and the blockchain space, and why I think it is relevant also for Veve, and why, based on that concept, I think that a bear market can be something really positive for a project such as Veve. And I guess most of you have heard of the concept of network effects already. Obviously there are a lot of different type of network effects, but the idea is kind of similar. Basically the more users and active participants your product gets or your platform gets, the more feedback you can collect from that users and improve your product. Also it becomes more valuable for new users to join, because you have more engagement on the platform or with the product. From that you get a higher organic search and word of mouth referrals, which again brings new users into your platform, which again helps you to improve the value from your platform, etc., etc. Also, one good example would be platforms such as YouTube, where the more content creators you get on the platform, the more viewers you will get on the platform, and the more viewers you get on the platform, the more content creators will come to provide content for their viewers, and so on and so on. So yeah, this is a basic simple example of what a network effect basically means. So what is the reverse network effects, and why is it so common in especially blockchain projects? Well, for that we have to think about what's the most difficult part when you start launching a new product or a new startup or new idea. The most difficult thing is in the beginning to track any kind of users. So this is also known as the cold start problem. And in crypto, people have come up with a very smart idea to overcome this problem, and this is by launching an initial token. So the idea is quite simple. You pitch a basic idea or concept of your product to a user base, and you offer an initial token to invest in. And people that see potential in your idea, they will invest in the token because they see the potential to make money on it and to have a big return on investment in the end. So the idea is then, while you gain this sort of investors in your product, that you will start working on the actual product itself, and eventually will create a product that has real value itself, and like that you will gain users that eventually will stick around. However, there are two problems with this approach. On one side, your initial user base, which actually should be your most dedicated users and most interested in your product, are basically speculators and people that want to get rich quick, because they only see the potential in making money with the initial token. While on the other side, it's also really difficult to work on a product when the feedback you get from your users comes from a lot of fake users, like users that are only in it for the money, but not users that are in it for the product itself. So just take a game development, for example. In the alpha or beta testing phase, you normally have very dedicated gamers that are testing your game. Normally also really into that special niche or genre of that game, because think about it, like testing a game that is still in development and not a finished product can be really painful. And why would you do that if you're not really into gaming itself? So having this kind of initial user base, then you can collect feedback on and improve the product and eventually come up with a really engaging gameplay. However, if your initial users are not real gamers, but people that are in it for the money, you will get a lot of noise from the feedback, and not actually feedback that would help you to build a better product that would actually cater to gamers. So yeah, this is one side of the problem. The other side of the problem is that even if you manage to build out a product and that attracts new users and attracts new real users, like imagine a play-to-earn game, you really attract maybe real gamers. If you start to grow, at some point you're going to create this sell pressure for the initial user base that want to have their return on investment of their initial tokens that they acquired, and they will start to sell. And then you have, basically they will make money, but the new and real users you acquired, they will be left holding their bags basically with a devalued token, with devalued assets. And we have seen that a lot in play-to-earn gaming especially, but also in other crypto and blockchain products. Okay, and now how does that relate to Veve? So I think Veve is a really special case where we have seen both, like the real network effect, but also the reverse network effect. And why do I think that? So we know that we have a really strong core user base that are hardcore believers in Veve, in the team. We also have a lot of real collectors in the app that come from the physical collector space and discovered digital collecting for them. But obviously once the NFT hype started, and also once the OMI token had its first pump, we got a lot of speculators and crypto moon boys and people that were only in it for the money, because the voice was getting around that, hey, Veve, they have comic drops, they are basically lottery tickets, because if you buy one, you can only make money because like comics were never selling below retail. So yeah, basically they said you have to pay $7 and you make money with it. You have either the chance to kind of 10x your money, or you will break even at least. So this attracted a lot of users that were only in it then for the money, apart from also a lot of malicious bot users and whatsoever. But now you had like a user base that is, part of them are real collectors, some of them are kind of investors, but that share the long-term vision of Veve, and then you have a lot of speculators and moonboys. And I think we also, and especially now that after listening to the latest interview with Alfred Kahn, what became really obvious is this kind of feedback that Veve gets from the user base. So for example, a lot of users didn't like the fact that we had drops with the same collectible but in different postures. And I think the initial idea behind it, because David Yu comes from the collector space, so he knows collecting, he knows collectors, and he said, okay, so this is how it's in real world, we will try that also in the digital world and see how collectors will react to it. So really always trying to building the app with the collector in mind. But now you get feedback from your user community that is not only collectors, but you have investors and speculators and moonboys, and they say, no, we don't want 10,000 editions and we don't want 5 postures, we want like really low editions and really scarce projects, because basically they were only focused on making money and 10x their investment like within a couple of days. And this is not a collector's mindset. So here you see like the problem that you have to find this product market fit if you have not real users or not the user base that you are actually aiming for in your app. So yeah, that's why I think, especially now in the bear market where we flushed out all of the, let's say, moon boys and all the get rich quick people, and the users that are now in the app are basically, I think, still two kinds. We do have some of the real collectors that are in it for the collecting aspect and that are collectors in the real world. And then we have people that have more the investor mindset, which is also okay. If you see it like a real investment, like long term, you see the value in holding these items long term. So as maybe some collector that buys into Pokemon cards now and thinks in a few years they will be valued more, or buys a piece of art at an auction and knows like maybe in a few years it will be more valuable, but not I buy something now and in 1 hour I want that in the secondary market it's 10x the price. That was never the initial idea for the app. So yeah, now we have the bear market, we flushed out all these users. And that's why I think this is a really positive thing, because now the feedback that they will get from the community will be much more relevant for them as well, to really create the product that the people want and that the real users that we want to attract will also value. And like that we can create a sustainable network effect, in my opinion. But then another thing that I think really speaks for Veve, and which I think is really special about Veve, is that it actually managed to convert some of those initial users that came only because of the money and converted them into real fans and real users of the platform. Because let's be honest, a lot of users that came to Veve came with the money-making idea behind it. I mean, I wasn't a collector before. When I discovered Veve, I was kind of in the mindset of, oh, I want to find the next token that's going to moon. Like, I'm being totally honest here, because I was also quite new to crypto. It was like the beginning of the bull run. A lot of tokens had already mooned, and I saw kind of the OMI token. I saw the project behind it. I saw, oh, it's a legitimate team. The idea is cool. They have Alfred Kahn, who is linked to Pokemon. I see this can be quite successful, but I didn't see that the token had mooned yet. So I thought, oh, I'm still early here. I'm going to invest in it and hopefully 10x my money. So I came with a mindset like that, but being in the community and following the project, it actually converted me into a real fan and user of that project. Because I never collected anything before, like apart from Pokemon cards maybe. But yeah, you see, I don't have any like collectibles or something to show really. So I got actually converted from maybe a speculator into a real user. And I think this is already something that really speaks for the project. I don't think that a lot of projects, NFT projects especially, were able to do that, to really kind of convert crypto speculators into real users. So yeah, I really, and the thing is, I think the strong point that Veve has is the team, because they are already doing something that they are familiar with. They have David Yu, who is a passionate collector. So to find the product market fit, to cater to real collectors, is much easier for him. And we have Alfred Kahn, who is an expert in licensing. So again, it's because of the team that I have so much conviction into that project. And really now I think the bear market is a huge opportunity for them to really build a really amazing product and to come out really stronger for the next bull run, when we probably will again get another influx of moon boys and speculators into the app. But then hopefully we already have a really strong foundation of real users and collectors in the app. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you. Really let me know what you think about it. What you think about this reverse network effect. Do you also see the bear market as an opportunity for Veve, or are you more bearish on the outlook for Veve? Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you like this content, leave a like. And yeah, with the next video will be an analytics video again. Stay tuned for that, and have a nice rest of your day.